going to tell you how it works. So I stand up here, and then one by one we go around the room, and everybody reads their stuff. Scared you, didn't I? If that was me right now, I would be shit. Okay, anyway, all right. So, all right, let me explain what happened. So, for those of you that were here last month, you know that we were supposed to have Alan Zweibel. And, you know, when you book people that are successful, they get work. Things happen. They can't always come. So we could do it both ways. We could only book people that are schwa, and they'll show up. Or we can book the goods, and then we worry maybe we're going to lose them. So we lost Alan at the last minute, but he did something very funny for us. And as a matter of fact, we have a little retort. Do we? We have a little retort for Alan about last month.
I'm at the edge of the seat over there.
I know that. So I'm going to bring up my friend Abby, who's going to do her little retort.
Hi, I'm Abby, and I'm not accustomed to public speaking. But Alan wrote me a nice letter last month, so I have this letter for you. Dear Alan, thanks much for your note. It was so funny, I wanted to give you something hysterical in return. Here's what I've got after 22 drafts. Dear Alan, thanks much for your note. It was so funny, I wanted to give you something hysterical in return. Here's what I've got after 22 drafts. Hey, it worked, I'm hysterical. Love, Abby Cohen.
Alan was very funny. And where's the other Abby? The other Abby, because the other Abby, every time she writes to me now, she says, I'm the other Abby, because she wrote about the other Abby, yes. So everybody's been referring to themselves as you refer to them, which has been lovely. But anyways, okay, so Alan couldn't make it, and as for those of you who were here know, Fred Stoller stepped in. Now, I only believe in replacing Alan's with Fred's. So I was a little concerned. Alan had to come out from New York again. What if it happened again? So I asked Fred Willard to read today, and he said yes. And then I thought, what am I going to do if they both come? What will I do? They're both big stars. What do I do? Who am I going to put on last? I was going to put on Alan last. But then Fred was going to hate my guts. But Fred understands those kind of things. But then I got a note from Mary last night that Fred got 3 gigs today, because this is what happens when you book successful people. Yes, so he couldn't make it, and I thought, but this is God's way of taking care of us, because now we don't have to worry about it. And you always tell me, don't book so many people, because then we don't have time for discussion. And so now it is Severin, it is Christina, it is Alan, and we're going to have time to talk. So this is great stuff, right? Okay. Everything works out exactly. Everything works out as it should be, and there's synchronicity. There's so much synchronicity, because like, okay, there's Severin Brown, and we have synchronicity because I like music, and then there's Christina and Christina Haag and Haag. Oh, yeah, no, I've been saying it wrong the whole time. It's Christina Haag. See, I thought it was Haag, and that's the way, but that would be H-A-I-G because of him, Alexander. But no, you're Haag. Okay, and she's the other kind, and Christina and I have some synchronicity because I once had a dream about JFK Jr. And then there's and it was really good, and it's good. So I know he could be in my dream. And then there's Alan, and we have synchronicity, Zweibel, and we have synchronicity because Alan is out here, I think because he's working on the film of 700 Sundays with Billy Crystal. Am I wrong?
Amazing.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Which he'll tell us about. But I worked with Billy like 28 years ago on Saturday Night Live, but I ended up on
And he's still talking about it.
Yeah. All right, but you want to hear synchronicity created? This is a true story. I was having lunch with Lorraine Newman, Tracy's sister. We were having lunch. It was in a restaurant in Hollywood. There were 2 tables in the restaurant. 4 people in the whole restaurant. I'm sitting there with Lorraine Newman, original cast member Saturday Night Live. In walks Billy Crystal. The only 6 people in the entire restaurant, and 2 of them are from Saturday Night Live. I mean, that's just, all right, never mind. So I showed him the picture from when, because I always carry it, of when he was with me. And yeah. I have a sad life. Okay, so anyway, so Fred, Brad's marrying Angelina. I digress.
Yeah.
Brad is marrying Angelina, and I just want to say it's time for me to get on with my life. I think I've gone to move on. All right, wait. All right, I just want to see a show of hands, honest. Who was just a little bit bit sad when they heard the news. You fucking liars. Don't tell me you didn't think you had a chance. Thank you very much. I mean, that off chance that maybe your eyes would meet across a crowded room. Oh, don't look at me like that, Liz. It could happen. All right, not anymore.
He's the same age as my kid.
That doesn't bother me. You missed the joke. Okay, anyway, never mind. Okay, so, all right. I have freakish eyes again. It's now going on 5 weeks. 5 weeks. These allergies don't know what they are. I have no upper lids. Don't look at me. So, all right. Okay, but all right. So, 4 weeks ago, it was just about 4 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I was on the phone with Larry Miller. I told you guys about it, and he agreed to read at Women Who Write, and I was so excited. He agreed to come in June. And 3 hours later, he had a tragic accident. He fell, and he's been in the hospital ever since. And he's been improving. He's very slowly, but we need a communal effort of energy, of sending love and healing vibes to Larry, because we want him to get better. And whether he comes here or not, we just want him to get better. So please send your love to Larry Miller. And, okay, who else is coming? Okay, so now this is going to be fun. You want to talk about how I'm going to do the billing thing? Next month we have Lizz Winstead, who created The Daily Show. Oh, yeah. We have Joey Pantoliano.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Joey! We got Guido the Killer Pimp. We got Ralphie. There's only one little problem. We also have Reiner. Okay, yes, we have Reiner. Okay, but this is the thing. I have to now tell Joey Pantoliano, who is flying in from New York to do this, like Alan, he's flying in, that he is no longer the headliner.
He'll be fine.
I'm going to get whacked.
He'll just kill him.
That's enough. If anything happens to me, blame Joey. Go. No, because in June we have more wonder. We have more wonder because hopefully Larry will be well enough to be with us, and that would be wonderful. And Brad Hall. I'm talking to Brad. I'm talking to Steve. Oh, so did you see the Three Stooges? Did you see the new Three Stooges? Funny. There's a very handsome man in there. A very handsome man. His name is Stephen Collins. Do you know Stephen Collins?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So I started begging and pleading on Twitter, and guess what?
He's doing it.
He said yes. He said yes. We got the Stephen Collins. Okay. Yes, we have Stephen Collins, and you know who else said yes to me? I've told you this before, but maybe for June we'll see. Dinosaurs. He does dinosaurs and wine. Sam Neill. Oh, how was that? Okay, yeah. He's got that accent. Yes. Sam Neill said yes. Ha ha ha.
Vicki Abelson.
Yes.
Carol King.
I would kill for Carol King. As a matter of fact, Julie Louis-Dreyfus was just with Carol King, and Brad Hall said, "Why don't you get Carol to do Women Who Write?" And I was like, "Okay, can you help?" So, and I know Carol from my rock and roll days. She sang at my club for 1 minute. Well, I have a picture of her and me and her mother, so I would show her that and say, "Remember?" And she'll say, "No." Yeah. And then I'll show her the Billy Crystal. Okay. So, all right. So. Okay, and I just want to say, you know, this has nothing to do with like writing or anything. This has to do with women's stuff, and I just want to say this because, you know, I get all freaked out because I'm a single woman now in my middle years, and you know, I look at other people and it looks to me like everybody's in love. You know, I go out, everybody's in love, and everybody has a perfect relationship. Everybody. I look at every other marriage and I covet it, and I think, why wasn't I? You know, and I had a very happy marriage for many years, and I hope people coveted mine. No, I don't. But I'm telling you, everywhere I go, it seems like everybody is like partnered up, and I couldn't get it.
Where are you going?
And it was said, well, all right, this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. All right, wait, I have a point. I know I don't often. I do have a point. But what happens is, I found out on Sunday that 3 couples whose relationships I coveted for years are all breaking up. And in this one instance, I said to the guy, you know, you guys always look so in love. And he said, we're good fakers. And so I just want to say that when we covet something and we judge somebody's we judge our insides by somebody's outsides, think again. Because you never know, and it's not that I wish anybody anything but bliss and happiness in the bedroom. Please invite me in. But you know, we have to be careful what we wish for, and it also was a great lesson to me in gratitude, and just being grateful for the sex I'm not having and the dates I'm not going. No, to just really be grateful for the blessings that I do have in my life that I know are real. And I know the realest blessing in my life is you guys. And I'm so, so grateful. And I look forward to this so much every month. And I'm so happy to have you in my home. So.